Hello, everyone. I'm here today to talk to you about a new initiative that the Center for Policy Research has started. It's called the India Housing Report. At present, it's an online archive in the form of a website, and we're excited to be soon releasing our first print publication this year. Why housing? Housing has widely been seen as an indicator of economic prosperity as well as security. This is quite well recognized in policy. Most countries in the world actually report housing starts, that is the start of construction of new homes, as an economic indicator. And in India also, we've seen that Housing for All has been one of the government's flagship programs to ensure a roof over people's head. And they aim to achieve this for all Indian citizens by 2022. The way we see it, housing is far more than just having a roof over your head. It is more than estimates of demand and supply and numbers of housing units, which is how we've normally seen the government and countries across the world report housing. We see housing as something to do with the lived experiences and the aspirations of people. It's fundamental to human rights and dignity. The UN Committee on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights, General Comment Number 4, also recognizes this, and they frame it as the right to adequate housing. And this talks about affordability, whether you can afford a home or not. It talks about quality, how good are the materials that your home is built in, where is it located, is it in a swamp, is it in a safe location. It talks about access to services, which is a really important issue in the Indian context. You may have a house, you may have a roof over your head, but do you have a water connection? Do you have a sewerage connection? And extending that to other amenities, like, are you close to public transport? Can you access livelihoods? So the location factors of your housing. Also, the question of accessibility. Do you face discrimination while accessing housing? Whether you're seeking housing as a tenant, as a renter, or whether you're seeking to buy homes. The recent news article about a community in Ghaziabad that has got really upset because 2 homes in their locality have been sold to Muslims is sort of a case in point to indicate to the kind of things that I'm pointing to right now. The last point, of course, is cultural adequacy. So are we trying to impose a single idea of a home over people who may have very different lifestyles and very different ways of organizing their space and living their lives? So the India Housing Report actually asks these questions. How does housing in India respond to these diverse needs and aspirations? And as we know, India is a complex and diverse country, large, with many, many different kinds of people living in it. What is the state of housing in India right now? And how is it changing over time? And what can we do to ensure that housing becomes this lever for both economic upliftment as well as social transformation? So as I said before, we have an online archive. It's a website that we actually launched last year in the summer of 2020 in the wake of the pandemic and the national lockdown. That website, and you can visit it at indiahousingreport.in, has been curating a diverse set of opinions, resources, as well as data-oriented analyses for over a year now. And this October, this is the exciting announcement that I'm here to make today. This October, on World Habitat Day, which is the 4th of October, we are coming out with the India Housing Report 2021. This is a print publication which will document and analyze current trends in housing in India. That's the main thrust of the report, and investigate barriers and pathways for improved access, with a special attention, of course, since we are CPR, with the role of policy. That's the special emphasis. The report is not something that we have only been working on over the last 1 year. It actually builds on years of work in CPR on housing informality, on urban transformations, and on governance. It also curates knowledge from CPR's extensive networks and linkages in academia and practice. So it brings together a diverse set of opinions which are already out there, but curated from this lens of asking these relevant questions about what is the state of housing in India right now, where are we going, what is the trajectory and trend of it, and what are some of the new areas that we need to look at as we think about housing policy moving ahead. So really excited to share this news with you today, and we look forward to presenting a really exciting and authoritative report in a few months from now. Thank you.